in, like not plugging your car in
Wait,
is
wait,
like
wait. You plug your car in?
yeah, so your car in the front has like a cord, like a heating block, most of them, and you can actually run an extension cord and plug it in. That's so your battery doesn't freeze
What?
up and kill it. Yeah, because if you cold start your car, it can kill your battery.
Is that just
We
something that happens in Canada?
no. That's definitely something that happens everywhere. You've never been to a cold climate and seen somebody with like an extension cord half sticking out of the front end of their car.
I've never
This,
been to a
this
cold
little mud.
climate before.
Okay, well you should, but I mean cold climates aren't bad. But yeah, we have like
That doesn't sound good.
yeah, we have like little extension cords and stuff like that. It's not that bad.
Oh my god, dude, that sounds absolutely brutal. Negative 40 or 50 degrees right now. That sounds brutal.
It
Oh my god.
if you're not like ready for it, it can be really rough. But like we were saying here, like around these parts, we were saying that it almost feels weird that it isn't super cold and there isn't a ton of snow, and then the cold came and kicked us in the face. So it's here.
Well, Feliz Navidad. Welcome on into Fantasy Intervention. It is time to kick this show off. We are ready to rock and roll. Oh my God, it's a great day to be great, right, Thomas? It's a great day to be great. It's a great holiday. I'm excited for today, man. I'm excited to get this football Saturday kicked off. I'm excited to get the show kicked off. Please bring in your questions. Please bring those start sit questions. I see Anthony already has one in the chat. Welcome on in, Anthony. Bring those questions in. Shout out to Fantasy Football Discussion as well.
'Twas the night before the nightmare before Christmas. That's what it is. This is the nightmare before Christmas. All right, because today is going to be an onslaught of depression and sadness in fantasy leagues. Have you seen every field is either frozen, snowed in, gusting winds, rainstorms? We have 5 backup quarterbacks, I believe, this week.
5.
We have like 5 backup quarterbacks, and then we have like 3 teams that have starters that should be backup quarterbacks in the XFL. Like I've never experienced a week where there are so many important games and you have like 5 players to feel good about overall. Like I think there's 5 players that I'm confident in these 5 players. I'm Leonard Fournette, Chris Godwin. Totally confident in those two, 100,000%. It's Arizona. I feel great about it. Everyone else is like a shit show. It's just like who's gonna play, who's gonna finish. Steve made it on time, sort of. Who's going to play? Who's going to finish the game? Who's going to be available next week if you even win? We don't like. I'm terrified for everything.
Steven straight up rolled out of bed and just came to the show.
Sure did.
I love it, man. Love it. What's going on, Steven, man? Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. I love the Santa hat. What's going on, man?
Man, not much, guys. Looking forward to some Saturday football today. I mean, the weather, man. The weather, man, is killing me today to who to start today, but gotta deal with it. So,
oh man, hey, if you guys want to go check us out over there on Twitter, go check us out at ff_intervention for myself, at Thomas Tipple FF over there, and at Coach Steven P. That's Steven with a V. Oh man, we have some intense matchups for today. I can't wait to roll out some J.K. Dobbins. I can't wait to roll out some Dalvin Cook. But is there anybody that we can't roll out? You brought up, Thomas, that we have 5 backup quarterbacks in. Can you give us a rundown real quick on who that is?
Okay, so like no one important in the Buffalo. Like Baltimore game is going to be brutal. Lamar Jackson's out, Marcus Peters out, Calais Campbell out. So Atlanta could actually do some damage this week.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, so
with Marcus Peters and Calais Campbell. Oh my God, DFS people, Drake London people, let's go.
Jadeveon Clowney not playing, so that kind of matters. Chris Olave out, Pete Werner out, good for the run game. Jalen Mills isn't playing in New England, so that's semi-important.
Yeah, it
Sam
is. That's
Hubbard,
a big one.
Yeah. Not a whole lot going on in Carolina, Detroit, relatively healthy, so screw them. Tennessee, we have Malik Willis starting because Ryan Tannehill is donezo for the year, even though he kind of went behind the team's back and got surgery and was hoping to come back.
He could be back for week 18. Is what they're saying. There's a possibility.
It came out today that there's like he's
Oh,
not
okay.
even likely to play in the playoffs at this point.
No way. I missed that.
Really? Wow.
Adoree Jackson is out for the Giants. Tyler Lockett obviously out. Al Woods also out. Debo Samuel is out. Obviously, Hurts not playing. We all knew that. Van Der Esch out for Dallas. Rock Ya-Sin out in Vegas, so their team is even worse in the secondary. Kendall Hinton is out, which bums me out because Russell Wilson is back, and I actually was enjoying the 2 weeks where Kendall Hinton was like good. But for the Rams, this is why Latavius Murray should have a good day.
Yeah.
Copeland out, Aaron Donald out, probably done for the year. So 2 interior D linemen for the Rams out, and they've been giving up rushing yards hand over fist. Skoranek also out, and thankfully John Wolford out.
Thankfully.
I'm so pissed at that dude for ruining Cooper Kupp's year. Colt McCoy is inactive, which means we are getting a third string Trace McSorley. Byron Murphy out again. Zach Allen is out. Jamil Dean is out. Carl Nassib is out. And most importantly for James Conner, Vita Vea is out.
Ooh.
Vita Vea is out.
That's an interesting one. I actually love that one. Okay.
Yeah.
James
So
Conner.
James Conner. Yeah.
With Vita Vea out, he's a play.
But I mean, how could he not be a play no matter what? Like, who are you gonna do? Roll in the corpse of, I don't know, insert one backup running back? Like, it just like this week sucks. What's so funny is we're gonna get start and sit questions, really. But the way I see it is if you actually have a reasonable choice to make, I don't like you because every one of my teams are dead right now. They're all dead. They're all done. I'm rolling out Darius Slayton in my super flex spot in 2 leagues. Not because I want to, because I have to.
You should go pick up Isaiah Hodgins.
No.
All right.
Slayton's going to go bananas today. That's my call of the day. That's my almost upset of the day. Slayton's going to go nuclear today.
He is the type of receiver that ends up beating the Vikings secondary. All right, let's go ahead and hop into some of these starter sit questions. If you guys have any questions, please get them in the chat. Big shout out to Fantasy Football Discussion. Big shout out to YouTube, youtube.com/fantasy intervention. Once again, that's youtube.com/fantasy intervention. We will be here in the offseason with y'all doing all sorts of fun stuff for Dynasty League. So if you guys are interested in Dynasty, make sure you head over to youtube.com/fantasy intervention. Hit subscribe so you get a notification anytime we go live. All right, Merry Christmas, Anthony, man. J.K. Dobbins or Kenneth Walker? I love J.K. Dobbins this week. He was my lock for the DFS show over there on Player Profile. I wrote Underworld. J.K. Dobbins was my lock, but I also like Kenneth Walker. I have Kenneth Walker in a bunch of different plays, and we've actually seen him as of late run routes. The biggest thing is with the Seahawks and Geno Smith is he doesn't dump it off because he has 2 dominant receivers over there for DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, except for the fact that Lockett is out. So who is Lockett? He is a guy who's the relief valve. He's the safety valve for this offense. He's the guy that when they're in trouble, when they're seeing the blitz, they dump it off to him, and he ends up taking yards after the catch. Kenneth Walker could end up stepping into that role. There's been studies that show that when a primary receiver goes down with an injury, the person who benefits the most is the running back in terms of receiving. Does Kenneth Walker see 10 targets this week? No. But Kenneth Walker could see 4 to 5 targets. And if he's healthy, this is a big if. If he's healthy, he's seen back spasms. There's an ankle sprain that they elevated 2 guys off the practice squad. If he's healthy, he should end up being able to show enough efficiency to be startable. But am I starting him over J.K. Dobbins? Hell no. J.K. Dobbins is going to be the primary back. They really don't have a quarterback over there, although Tyler Huntley can run around. He can do some stuff. I still like J.K. Dobbins to dominate this workload and be extremely efficient up against the Falcons. Thomas, I see you shaking your head. What you got, man?
I'm not playing Kenneth Walker. They've elevated 2 running backs, and he's barely practiced. Right? So J.K. Dobbins has looked good over the last couple of weeks, and they're kind of the same archetype of player. Dobbins and Walker,
Yeah.
like if they get 2 receptions, you're like stoked about it. They catch a couple of screens, you're like pretty jazzed, but they're both kind of straight ahead. Hope they score a touchdown, break a big one. And I think the matchup is also a little bit better. So I'm going to play Dobbins over Walker today. And it's probably going to bite me in the ass. But
Well, I mean, let me just say, Kenneth Walker's seen over the past 5 games, he's seen 3 games with at least 4 targets. So, Steven, where are you going with this one, man?
sure, 4 targets. But
I mean, I think it's the way you have to think about it is that like I think J.K. Dobbins is going to get you a nice like 12-point day. He's going to get probably 100 yards and maybe a touchdown, maybe not. But there's no receiving ability there for Dobbins. He's not catching any targets or anything like that. But kind of Walker has that upside that if as long as he's playing, and he played 75% of the game snaps last week. I mean, if he catches those passes and in a good matchup, I want to lean Kenneth Walker here. I want to take the upside with Kenneth Walker, even with the injury concerns. I still rather go Kenneth Walker and in a better offense right now than trust the Dobbins is just going to get 100 yards, and that's really it for the day.
Let me just throw this out there, though, okay? Like, we have this guy, his name is Desmond Ridder, and he's playing the quarterback position for the Falcons. I mean, how many touchdowns could the Baltimore Ravens score because the Falcons don't move the ball and they get a short field? This is what I'm looking at. Like J.K. Dobbins can end up with 3 rushing touchdowns this week.
This game's going to end 16-6. Like, this game's going to be over in an hour and a half.
If the Falcons were smart, they would stack the line and force Tyler Huntley to do something in the air, which is not great usually.
All right. So, Thomas, did you take a side on this one?
Devin Duvernay is also out, by the way.
He's out for the year,
He's on IR, yeah. I'm playing Dobbins over. Like, the Walker has X amount of targets over the last couple of games is kind of boosted by his 8-target game that he had against Tampa Bay.
I said he had at least 4 targets in 3 out of the past 5 games. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said over his whatever. But yeah, he had 5 targets and then he didn't play and he had 1 target.
Yeah.
And 1 target. And then he had the 8-target blow up and then he had the 4-target game. But even his targets aren't really amounting to much. So I would take Dobbins this week, especially with Walker not playing and they elevated 2 other backs. And we still don't know if Travis Homer is playing. Travis Homer plays, we got a 4 RB mindfuck in Seattle. It's gonna be gross.
And the mindfuck isn't real for the Ravens.
You know what you're getting with the Ravens.
All right, let's move on to this question. Do I start Amari Cooper or pick up Brandon Cooks, Russell Gage, or Chris Moore to start half-point PPR? I'm gonna fade Chris Moore this week. I like Chris Moore, but I'm fading him. I'm getting him out of here. Russell Gage had a ridiculous week last week, but honestly, like I don't know if that happens again. Like that was kind of like a crapshoot. Brandon Cooks hasn't really done anything, period. Amari Cooper has done stuff, but he faces a tough matchup this week. What are y'all going to say on this one?
Ooh.
Amari Cooper has 6, 7, 9, 12, and 12 targets over his last 5 weeks. He gives you a baseline. I'm going to play Cooper, even though that field is disgusting, and hope that one day who shan't be named won't be the worst offense in the league.
Marshawn Lattimore is out. It just came up on my screen right now. Marshawn Lattimore is out. So that's actually that's Amari Cooper. You got to go Amari Cooper at this point. I know it's going to be cold. I know that game is going to be nasty. People are concerned about the wind. The wind isn't the concern. It's the wind chill is the concern because it's supposed to be like negative 38 degrees or something with wind chill over there.
Sounds like a nice risk.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is going to play without sleeves. That's what he's saying. Nick Chubb.
It sounds like a nice warm day to me, honestly.
I love this matchup, honestly. I think Amari Cooper will be just fine. They have stuff to keep their players warm. The technology is real.
Yeah, the fear about cold is it's not the same as it used to be, in my opinion.
No,
they rotate balls with regularity. They've got a ton. They've got jet engines on the sidelines. It's when you start seeing the huge snowfalls that it really starts to mess with things. Yeah. And I don't think that's the case with this game. But Steven.
Amari Cooper's at home. Steven, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, you have to choose Amari Cooper. You just can't trust any other guys. I mean, is Chris Moore, Brandon Cooks really going to – one of them could break out today, but do you know who? I mean, Russell Gage has played 1 good game all season. Like, I'd rather just trust Amari Cooper at home in somewhat of a favorable matchup. Now Marshawn Lattimore's not playing, so – I'll take that risk with the cold weather and wind.
That's round 6 ADP Russell Gage to you, sir. All right, don't forget it.
I know. I didn't draft any of them, so.
Hey, Dwayne, I would say the one player that might be on waivers for you, if you have somebody like Brandon Cooks and Russell Gage and all that, might be Marquise Goodwin. I would start Goodwin over Amari Cooper.
Interesting.
Just to give you a heads up. Better weather, better situation.
Is it better weather?
I think so. Yeah.
Did you see the field in Kansas City? It's just as frozen over and just as windy. Maybe not just as windy, but still windy.
I still think there's a better situation. I would trust Goodwin over Amari Cooper.
Texans game got delayed.
Did it really?
To 2:00. Power
Because it's so
outages in
frozen.
Tennessee.
Oh, wow!
I mean,
Make
I
it
guess
win.
freezing could cause power outages too. So
All
Oh,
right, man.
Sammy
This
Watkins is
fun.
playing this week for the Ravens. That's hilarious.
He's activated. That's
DJ
amazing.
Dallas is
100 yards and
active.
a touchdown. Wait for it.
DJ Dallas is also active in Seattle now.
All right, if you guys have any starter sit questions, please get them in the chat. I do see that we have a good amount
Chase.
of things up. What's up?
Marcus May is also out for New Orleans. You're playing Amari Cooper. They're missing a starting safety and Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah, I mean, Amari Cooper makes sense. Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right, hey guys, I had Hurts. So should I go Minshew or pick up Brock Purdy?
Oof.
Oh man, I love Minshew this week. I think that he's in a great spot. However, Brock Purdy's been really good. Brock Purdy has been like actually elite level in terms of what he's been able to produce in this offense because he doesn't really have to do much. He just gives it to Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, and they do all the work for him. Minshew, meanwhile, has the same situation. However, this is the big deal breaker for me. Last week, immediately after the game, one of the first things that Nick Sirianni came out and said was, "Hey, I screwed up. I should have been running Miles Sanders from the start." And we saw this happen last year where after week 4, they weren't running Miles Sanders near enough. He said he screwed up. And then we just saw them run Miles Sanders, the shit out of Miles Sanders for the rest of the year. I feel like it's going to be a very run-heavy game for 2 reasons. One is I think that the Cowboys will try to run the ball nonstop. And over the past 4 weeks, ever since they brought in Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh about 6 weeks ago, after they got acquainted to the defense, and they started learning their schemes, we started to see dominance come from the Eagles' defensive line. They've shut down Derrick Henry. They've shut down Saquon Barkley. They've shut down numerous of the guys, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. Well, they didn't really shut down A.J. Dillon. He just didn't get enough carries. And once he did, he went off. But that's A.J. Dillon, right? He's an elite, just monster. So anyways, we now have a situation where they're going to try and run. They're not going to be able to run. And we're going to sit in a lot of 3rd and longs. This could end up forcing Dak Prescott to throw a couple interceptions this game, right? Which will leave them with a short field. That means that Miles Sanders is going to get opportunities. Minshew's biggest issue is he does not have arm strength. And that's how you beat the Dallas Cowboys, right? Is you hold on to the ball and you throw it 60 yards downfield to beat Trayvon Diggs on a double move. I don't know if Minshew's going to do that this week. I like Brock Purdy more than Minshew. I'm going to go Purdy on this one.
Yeah, it sucks because Brock Purdy has had like his touchdown rate is outrageous.
It is.
He's throwing a touchdown every 108 attempts, which is just stupid. But he's been playing and he's in the better, like a better situation this week. So I'm also gonna play Purdy. At least he's had some reps, and I think that matters. I think Minshew's the GOAT, but I think Purdy is my play.
Steven?
Yeah, in a semifinals matchup, we don't know what we're going to get with Minshew. It could be a good game, but it could just not be a good game. We know Brock Purdy has been at least getting almost 18 fantasy points each of the 3 weeks he's been starting. And I don't think Washington's defense is that impressive overall. And he's going to get it to his playmakers, and they're going to make plays on their own, which will give him good fantasy production. So I'm sticking with him giving you another 18-point game.
Washington has been dominant as of late on defense, and they get Chase Young back this week. So I think that's hindering a lot of people's decisions to roll out Purdy, but Purdy's been very, very good. I would not
played
bench
the
Purdy.
Giants the last 2 weeks. I mean, come on. I mean,
all right. Merry
Can I also say,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. I just want to point out, Gator said the question, Thomas, is why do you have so many shares of New York Giants wide receivers? My question to you is why don't you? That you should be getting them as cheap as they can because that offense won't be bad forever. And Darius Slayton's been better than you want to give him credit for. So there you go. Salud.
All right. Merry Christmas. I need a flex against Atlanta or Hopkins with freaking Trace McSorley, PPR, leaning Dobbins, but wanted to hear y'all's opinion. Hopkins still saw the targets last week, but I'm going to fade Hopkins this week. I don't like the matchup. I don't like the situation. I'm going to go with Dobbins 100%.
Trace McSorley. Look, as someone that had watched Trace McSorley for longer than I ever wanted to, no thanks. I'm going to play Dobbins.
Yeah, Dobbins is just a better option in this matchup here in this situation because you don't know what to trust with McSorley. Can't trust that.
I loved Trace McSorley in Baltimore just simply because he was just, that gritty, could come in, and he had that one decent series of plays where, he he threw it pretty well to Marquise Brown. He scored a touchdown. It was this big how do you do? And then Lamar Jackson came back. It was the poop game. Lamar Jackson came back in and won the game. I just don't see that happening against Tampa. No, it's going to be bad.
All right.
Bad.
Yeah. Dobbins smash play. Atlanta gives up the 7th most rushing yards. Is the Falcons DST a good DraftKings thing? So this is a DFS question, and I actually don't have my DFS stuff open right now. I'm going to get to it here in about 2 seconds. I'm just trying to buy myself enough time. No, the Falcons is not a good DST pick over there at 3K. I'd much rather pivot down and go with the Texans up against Tennessee. I think that's great play. I don't think it's going to be too chalky. You also have the Eagles. I think that's interesting up against the Dallas Cowboys. And then, if you want to pivot all the way down to the Bears, the Bears-Bills game, I think that's actually a decent play as well, because I don't think it's going to be a lot of points scored. I don't know how much the Bears will generate, but at least you're punting at a decent spot. All right, Mostert or Swift? I'm going to go ahead and go with you, Steven. Who are you taking in this one?
It really depends if Jeff Wilson plays, honestly. I mean, if Jeff Wilson plays, I don't like Mostert as much in that situation. So, if I had to just choose right now, obviously, we don't know. I'm probably going to go with DeAndre Swift in this matchup here. I just prefer he's been playing more often now. I think the Panthers' defense on the run game it's been pretty average this season, and I think Swift will get the ball a lot today. I don't know if I can trust that with Mostert completely, and I feel like this Dolphins offense is going to want to just show up tomorrow night and just throw the ball a ton against this Packers secondary. So I'm going to lean Swift on this one.
Bentley's making an appearance on the show. I like Swift too this week. I think that Swift is in a phenomenal spot. I think they're going to start to get their offense in tune, and they're playing for a lot at this point. Bentley, why are you touching my trophy smack thing?
I'm just playing Swift because even while he's hurt, I love that.
Guys, I don't know if y'all are seeing this, but this is actually from Trophy Smack, right? TrophySmack.com. This is where you see that the trophy that's behind me. The belt's a little bit of a glare. TrophySmack.com. Let me pick up this one instead of going all the way back there. I've got this championship belt from a league that I've won. If you guys actually use promo code CIRCLE, once again, that's promo code CIRCLE, you'll actually get a free championship ring, which is right here. With the purchase of a belt or a trophy. That's right. You get a free championship ring. You can customize it to make it look however you want. Just use promo code CIRCLE at checkout. Make sure everything's in your actual cart. And you'll get a free championship ring with the purchase of a belt or a trophy. And if you guys want something to customize, go check out their metal wall art over there at Trophy Smack. Use promo code CIRCLE when you go to checkout. All right. I'm going to go Swift on this one. I think that Swift is a phenomenal play. Thomas, what were you saying about Swift?
Well, even in his down point over the last 5 weeks, 9 targets, 4 targets, 6 targets, 8 targets, he's going to get the targets. So I'm playing Swift. And Lions are playing for a playoff spot. And I know
They're
that
playing for everything.
Yeah. And it's narratives and whatever, but they're going to be trying their damnedest. And I want that. I want that in my lineup. Also, I think I saw that Jamal Williams hadn't had a reception since the beginning of November. I want to play DeAndre Swift. His Jamal Williams' touchdown rate has also declined. So
yeah, he's not getting utilized at the goal line as much.
We're starting to see hopefully a turn, and God, do I need it? Because in the full tilt league record, I need Swift this week in a bad way.
All right, so what's up, y'all? Merry Christmas, dude. Benjamin, I love seeing you in the chat, man. You're here almost every week. Love to see it. In a 0.5 PPR, would you go Singletary, Moore, or Devonta Smith? I need to know which Moore.
If that's DJ, I'm playing DJ Moore 100%.
I would assume DJ Moore.
Slot matchup against Detroit.
Yeah, that's actually the money spot. But I'm a little bit concerned that Kuda will actually shadow DJ Moore throughout the game, and unless he goes into the slot. I like Terrace Marshall this week. That's a sneaky DFS play for me. I like Terrace Marshall. I think he's actually gonna have a good game.
I don't hate it.
So I like Singletary this week. I do think that they're going to lean on him. He's a veteran. They need to secure this playoff spot. They need to secure the first place finish in the AFC. I think they're going to lean on Singletary for this one. Sure, Josh Allen's going to throw. He has a specific method that he uses when it's cold outside to project the ball further downfield. So I know that he's still going to throw.
Being good is, that helps a lot too.
I like all three of these options. Devonta Smith isn't a guy that I'm relying on for season long, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock him out. Like,
Goddard's back. Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm not gonna rely on him like in the championship game. So I'm gonna go ahead and fade Devonta Smith. God, man, I'll go Moore as well. If it's DJ Moore, I'll go DJ Moore. If it's Elijah Moore, I'm trying to scroll down. Yeah, it's DJ
Elijah
Moore.
It can't be Elijah. So
Yeah, it's DJ Moore. I'd probably go DJ Moore over Singletary by like a hair.
his time has come. We are relying on Sam the God Darnold to bring us to the fantasy football championship. My life is complete.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right, Steven. Oh my god. All
I
right.
am literally going to get a championship belt from Trophy Smack with Sam Darnold's beautiful red-headed face right in the center of it. If he brings me to the
Is he a
promised
redhead?
land.
He's a redhead, technically? I thought it was
Yeah.
blonde.
Yeah, that was like isn't this like a dirty blonde or something? Like a dark
Thomas, you might be
No.
colorblind.
No, he has red hair, guys.
No way.
What? Sam Darnold is not. I'm going to Google this while you. Hey, Steven,
I'm
I want
literally
you-
no. I'm gonna send you a GIF right now in the group chat. Hold on.
No. Hey, Steven, can you go ahead and let us know
I'll
who you're
answer this
picking?
question. Yeah. I mean, you guys want to stay away from Devontae Smith today. The inconsistency there when all three guys are on the field again. I think Singletary would give you maybe a safe floor of 10, but I think I'd rather choose DJ Moore. If that is in fact DJ Moore, it is. The Panthers are going to be probably behind in this game because of how good the Lions' offense has been as lately. So they're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more. And it just seems like since Sam Darnold has been back, DJ Moore is seeing the targets again, at least over the last few weeks here now. And I'd rather go with that route and a very favorable matchup for Moore.
Dude, Reddit is freaking elite right now talking about Sam Darnold's hair color. Oh my god, it's like strawberry blonde. He said, I'm pretty sure I'm not colorblind, but every time I look at Darnold's hair, it looks blonde. Why is everyone calling him red? Am I slow? Or is everybody else sub-slow? Is his hair really brown and we're all just colorblind? And then there's a whole thread on it. It's amazing that people are arguing about his hair color.
It's definitely red.
Oh my god,
Look at the
not.
GIF I just sent you in our group chat. That's definitely red. Definitely red. That is a red tinge. Okay.
Hey,
That
let us
is
know in
a
the chat.
redhead.
I want to see in the chat. Is he a redhead or not? I think he's blonde. Let us know in the chat. This is what we've gone to. Please let us know what y'all think. All right. Let's see. Tough weather weekend. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow. This week I'm going to go Joe Burrow. He's going to find a way to dominate in the passing game. Whether this is weird. So when we have man coverage, right? Teams play man coverage up against the Bengals. Jamar Chase sees a 33.7% target share. However, we also know, and this is not a narrative, this is actually real. The Patriots love to take away one option and completely erase them from the game. They did it to Devontae Adams last week. They did it to DeAndre Hopkins the week before that. They love to erase one option. So they could choose to erase Jamar Chase, right? And let Tyler Boyd and Higgins beat him underneath. Regardless of who they or how this game ends up going, Joe Burrow is going to get his passing yards in this one. I think that he's going to put up a mass amount of points. I love Joe Burrow. I'm going to go him over Josh Allen for this matchup.
No,
Steve?
I'm playing
No,
Josh
no.
Allen.
I have to go with Josh Allen still at the end of the day here.
Ooh.
No matter the matchup here, honestly, or the weather or anything like that. The one thing that Josh Allen has over Joe Burrow is that he can run the ball. He could run for 70 yards and a touchdown today and still get like 200 yards and a touchdown. Joe Burrow, it's a tough matchup against the New England Patriots. It is a tough matchup. And I don't care how good Joe Burrow's been going. It's just Josh Allen has that upside or safe consistency that I just rather play in a semifinal matchup.
Like, I understand that New England's offense isn't great, but I don't think New England is going to turn the ball over 4 consecutive times and then inside their own 40 to give Burrow the opportunity to score, 4 or 5 touchdowns in the second half. And they may not even need to. And you just don't sit Josh Allen. You don't do it. You said that yourself here on this show a couple weeks ago.
No,
with
I
shit
said don't
weather against the New York Jets. Like, you don't sit him. You don't sit him. And I'm
I
not
said that
sitting.
about Fields.
I'm not. No, you said that about Josh Allen, and I'm
I
not
said
sitting
about
Josh Allen now.
All right.
I will pull the tape. I swear
Steven,
to
did you
God.
see that in the chat? All right, man. So we have Swift and Mostert. Oh, wait. Do we get anybody that says what color hair he has? Nobody. Oh, we have one person. Not a redhead, in my opinion. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
So far, we're up. 3-1, Thomas. 3-1 right now.
Sorry.
Sorry about it. So we had Swift and Mostert. I think we all
We
took
did
Swift,
this one.
correct?
Yeah, we all.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Detroit Lions defense have actually been pretty good up against the running back as of late, if I'm correct about
Yes,
that.
they haven't allowed one rush over 60 yards since week 9.
Yeah, they've been really good lately. All right. Do I start Amari Cooper? Oh, wait, we already did this one too. Dwayne, if you didn't hear us, let me know in the chat, and we'll go back and revisit that one. All right, sit one, Jerick McKinnon, DeAndre Swift, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Walker, or Latavius Murray. We have to sit one of these guys.
It's Murray.
Oh, it's Kenneth Walker.
No, it's Murray for me.
Why? Did you not hear who is out in that game?
I did.
Latavius Murray is gonna ball. Latavius Murray is gonna ball today.
Yeah, I can't.
Kenneth Walker has not practiced all week, and they've elevated 2 running backs, and DJ Dallas is playing. Have fun.
What time? The game's no. You go. You bench Latavius Murray. I can't, Thomas. I can't with you sometimes. I just can't.
I mean, you can't win. A la fantasy intervention dynasty league.
I won last year.
Yeah,
I won
not
last
this
year.
year. That's
I got a little unlucky.
Pass the pass. Pass the pass.
Dude,
pass the pass.
Nessie is going
Pass
to
the pass.
destroy you.
Pass the pass.
He is going to destroy you, Thomas. All right.
You guys are
Jose
just
Vega.
lucky I lost Cooper Kupp, you bastards.
Do I sit Tyler Bass, Younghoe Koo, Jason Sanders, and Graham Gano available? I'm impressed that I knew all those guys' first names. All right. Which one of these guys is playing indoors? Because that's the guy I want at this point.
Koo.
They playing
I
Atlanta
believe.
today?
Yeah, is Atlanta the indoor game?
I'll find out.
Because I mean, honestly, like that's the guy
No,
that I
they're
want.
They're playing in Baltimore.
Oh,
Yeah,
GG's.
Andrew's playing in Miami. Are they playing in Minnesota or MetLife today?
You know what? I'm gonna do you a favor, okay? I'm gonna tell you, Jose,
They're
to
they're playing indoors in Minnesota.
go over to Twitter
They are,
and hit
yeah.
up this question with Linda Lindellians.
Yes.
All right, Linda Lindellians. Go search that name. You'll find her probably from multiple different ones. If you have Twitter, drop your handle, and I'll tag Lindellians in your post, or I'll tag Lindellians in a post, and you can actually ask her what the option is, because she's like one of the best kicking experts I know in the entire game. Honestly,
Linda-
like this isn't a question I don't think for any one of us out of the 3.
Linda is the GOAT. She is
Linda's
the
the
kicker
GOAT.
goat.
Yeah, need to start Swift or Mostert. Wait, is this?
We've
Hunter!
answered this question 3
Hunter!
times. We love the tenacity.
We love it, man. Get
DeAndre
your questions in,
Swift.
we got you. All right, Elliott or Latavius Murray, full PPR. I'm going Latavius Murray on this one over Elliott. I don't like Elliott. Elliott has to get 2 touchdowns in order to be relevant in this game.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Yes, he
No,
does.
doesn't.
How is he going to be relevant?
he's been playing well.
Go ahead and answer. I'm going to be back in a second because I have to melt Chase's face again.
Wait, why? Because hold on, wait. Are you actually leaving right now? Are you walking away because I'm on a different screen? Okay. I want you to tell me if these running backs are good running backs. Okay. Aaron Jones, is he a good running back?
Yes,
Okay. Is Derrick Henry a good running back?
absolutely.
Is Saquon Barkley a good running back?
Yeah.
Okay. Is David Montgomery a good running back? Yeah, that's debatable. I don't even want you guys to answer that. So for the previous 3, for Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Aaron Jones, none of them have gotten more than 43 yards rushing against the Eagles over the past 3 games. That is the most amount of yards that was put up by Aaron Jones. Derrick Henry got 30. Saquon Barkley got 28 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
This Eagles front 7 is no joke ever since they've signed Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. I'm telling you guys, like, do not play Ezekiel Elliott. He has to have 2 touchdowns in order to be relevant. Unless you think he's going to be better than Derrick Henry's been, better than Saquon Barkley's been.
But my argument is that you're saying that Latavius Murray is also going to be relevant on a worse offense.
You said that.
In the previous situation. Not this one. New is new.
Way.
Yesterday's news.
All right, Steven.
I'm gonna fight you today.
Steven, I want to hear what you have to say on this one, because at first you were adamant, and then you thought about it. You're like, wait, oh shit, maybe they are actually good. I feel like I saw a light come on in that dark room of yours.
Who's gonna catch more passes today?
Elliott. See, the way I see it is that like those 3 running backs you just mentioned, they play on not great offenses right now. I mean, the Packers is debatable, but the Cowboys offense is good. And they set up their offense for both these running backs to be successful. And we've been seeing that over the last month and a half. and both Zeke is getting enough carries and they're getting enough passing work that I think they're going to be fine.
Let me paint the pictures. Divisional matchup, right? All right, Cowboys need the game. Okay, there's that. They get down to the 1. What do the Cowboys do? Zeke falls into the end zone. That's all you need.
That's what I'm saying. No, you need 2 touchdowns from Zeke. You need 2 touchdowns from Zeke.
But you need 2 touchdowns
Look at
from
David Montgomery last week. No.
It's the same scenario.
No,
Chase, you're on drugs.
It's not. There's no way this is the same scenario. You're talking about a Rams team that is completely beat up, that's gotten run all over on.
I'm just saying Zeke's had just 2 games under 70 yards against the Eagles in his career. Just saying.
That's a good stat.
And he had 80 yards last year in both games.
That's a good stat. Aaron Jones last week up against the Rams, 90 yards. Josh Jacobs, 99 yards. Like teams are getting yards over the past 2 weeks ever since Aaron Donald's been out.
This is Latavius Murray we're talking about. We're not talking about any one of those guys.
Latavius Murray was good last week. David Montgomery was relevant last week. He had 53 yards rushing. He was relevant last week because he got 2 touchdowns. If you think that Zeke is going to be relevant, he's going to need 2 touchdowns. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think Latavius Murray is touching 130 yards at a 5+ clip?
No, but I think he'll see 80 yards. I think he'll see 80 yards
too.
But you need a touchdown. Like
yes, and he'll get a touchdown. I think you're going to see 80 yards and a touchdown.
Oh my!
Latavius Murray gets you 80 yards and a touchdown.
Well, it's 2 versus 1, so your opinion doesn't matter here anyway. So GG's.
It depends on Jose's opinion at this point.
Get bodied, Chase. Get bodied.
Oh my God! All right, Marcus in the chat goes half point PPR. Pittman, Hopkins, Kamara sit 1. Also Brady or Minshew. So I'm playing Madden right now, and Pittman somehow ended up on the 49ers in the Deebo Samuel role, and he's getting handoffs out of the backfield, and I think it's hilarious. I love it. But anyways, yeah, that was entertaining, right? I'm probably going to go Kamara on this one. That's gross. I don't like it.
To sit Kamara?
Oh, sit 1. I'm going
Pittman.
Hopkins. Pittman, yeah, Pittman. I don't like you. Like all 3 of these are kind of rough. Like all of these have a poison. I actually got a very similar question. Yeah,
I'm sitting DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm at. Like I actually got almost the exact same question. In fact, this feels like my friend's burner account because he asked me. He had one more player to it, and I ended up saying like every single one of these guys has a poison. They all have a very low floor. They also don't have that high of a ceiling, but they're guys that you want to have in your lineups. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Hopkins. I'm going to bench Hopkins.
Well, yeah, Nick Foles can actually play the position of quarterback. Trace McSorley, I don't think that's the case. And I would play Brady over Minshew. Don't get caught up in Minshew mania.
Yeah, I'll go Brady, I guess. That's close for me, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting Pittman, I just don't trust that offense, and I don't think Nick Foles is going to change it.
What about Brady or Minshew?
But Nick Foles doesn't have to change it. He just has to find Pittman 10 times for 4 yards a catch.
Did you say you're playing Brady or don't play Brady?
I'm playing Brady.
Okay, cool.
100% I got to play Brady.
All right.
Like, let's not get too cute with Tom Brady here.
Hey, can you guys read this off real quick? I'm going to be right back. I need to grab a water.
Good morning, everyone. Happy holidays. Full PPR. Do we need Marquise Brown or Jahan Dotson? Cheers. And a cheers to you, Kyle's money.
It's tough.
I also have he has a couple here, so we're gonna get that. Marquise Brown or Dotson. Close your eyes and pray.
Dotson. I would just go Dotson. I mean, if you guys are so down on Hollywood on DeAndre Hopkins, you got to be down on Hollywood Brown. I mean,
yeah,
McSorley isn't gonna. He's not gonna give Hollywood
Dotson's
Brown
not
targets in this game.
Just not as good, which is another thing. Dotson had a good game last week, but last week he like almost had half of his total production in one game. So I'm not like, I don't want to trust that, but it's also Trace McSorley. Kyle, I would close your eyes, right? Pick one and don't watch. But my honest opinion, I'm not going to play Dotson. So even with McSorley, I'll play Marquise Brown. I'm just not going to play Dotson.
I would play Dotson.
Yeah, I this is tough. This is a tough one. If they game script Marquise Brown to be the guy that's playing out of the slot that sees a ton of receptions. I think he'd be great. If
And
Marquise
in
Brown
San
is going to play on the
Francisco?
if Marquise Brown is on the outside and has to get downfield targets, Marquise Brown is going to bomb. Dotson, meanwhile, is the definition of boom or bust. Like either get you 20 points or get you 5.
And it's more often than not 20.
I don't trust Cliff Kingsbury. I don't. I think I'm going to go Dotson. I want to play Marquise Brown. I really do. I want to play Marquise Brown, but I think I'm going to go Dotson on this one up against a 49ers secondary that kind of struggles in the area of the field that Dotson attacks, which is like the intermediate to deep routes. But like
He has to have half
downfield.
of a second to actually throw the ball, and I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna get dog walked here. I really do.
that's actually a good call.
And in San Francisco against that front seven, the yeet balls coming out of Heineke's hands this week. Mm-mm.
All he needs is like one play. God, I'm gonna go.
But so does
Dotson
Brown, though,
fairly.
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
So,
That's actually a really tough question, Kyle. I'd like to see who else you have on your bench. So if you can comment
I
who else
think-
you have on your bench, that'd be great.
I also think
'Cause I
Brown
might
has,
go a different option on this one.
I think Brown also has the screen game capabilities
Well,
as
that's
well.
what I'm saying. It just
So
depends on the game script.
Those are
and how-
gimme PPR points. So
Yeah.
I think
That's exactly like if it's the short routes that he's getting target after target after target early. Like Marquise Brown could blow up, but if he has to go downfield and get targets, like McSorley isn't going to make those plays.
Yeah.
That's
that's brutal. by the way.
I guess this is a separate question. Also have a full PPR: Swift, Dylan, and Ayuk. Ayuk,
Swift.
I'm playing Swift there.
Swift as well. Let's
Yeah,
see,
no.
Tua or Burrow. Full PPR. Concerned about the Pats D and the weather. I would take Burrow in this one. What about you guys?
I will. Give me a minute. I have to study for a quick second.
Steven, what you got, man?
This is definitely a tough one for sure. I'm gonna lean Joe Burrow in this one slightly. He's just been very consistent enough. Tua, I love Tua. Obviously, he's a Dolphins fan, but he's shown some inconsistency at times. I'm gonna go with Joe Burrow and just pray that he's gonna get you the 18 points that he can at least get you every single week.
Packers are really good about shutting down the number one wide receiver. So Tua won't have. Huh? What's up?
Not stopping Hill.
It's actually kind of funny if you look at since week 9. All right, it's 19 points for Burrow in 4-point passing touchdown leagues. Right, 19, then 26, then 18, then 30, then 16, then 24. So if you're going with the old, I think it was Matt Ryan used to have this situation where every other week it was a bad week. We're gonna go with that. This is Burrow's bad week. Oh my God, this so sucks. I'll take Burrow. The thing with Cincinnati is they don't give a shit about your feelings, and I like that. Like if they are up by 21 points, they're still trying to hammer it home. And Dave, dude.
All right, Dave Montgomery or Amari Cooper. I'm gonna fade Dave Montgomery in this matchup. I know
Naturally.
they're gonna try to run a ton. And I'm probably gonna go Amari Cooper.
And Herbert's back, so I will play Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
Oh, Herbert's back. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
He was
Didn't
activated.
know that.
he's activated today. Yeah, definitely going Cooper.
All right. Happy holidays, Jamie. What's going on, man? Pickens, Palmer, or DPJ? I'm leaning Pickens. Did the injury report come out for the Steelers yet with
That's
Deontay
disgusting.
Johnson?
I
No,
think-
that's a 4:00 game. That's a later game.
Yeah, they won't.
Oh,
be out.
that's the night game. That's the night game tonight, isn't it?
Yeah,
I
it is.
don't
didn't
know.
study that for DFS.
I
It's
really
the-
don't think that matters either, right? Like,
What if
Pickens has
Deontay
not
Johnson?
he hasn't been phenomenal either way, and I don't think Deontay Johnson's going to miss the game.
So who are you leaning on this one?
Man, this sucks. I'm going to actually play Donovan Peoples-Jones probably.
I love Don Peoples-Jones in this matchup. If it wasn't for the weather conditions, I just don't know how much they're going to throw it downfield.
I mean, he's the only one that's been consistent enough. Like Pickens has the most maybe talent, but he just hasn't done anything the last month and a half now in fantasy. It's like maybe still Joshua Palmer. I mean,
Oh, but it is Vegas too. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, it's the Raiders.
Oh, I hate this so much. Pickett is back. Oh my God. Is it in Pittsburgh? It's in Pittsburgh. So what's the weather? You know what sucks? This is why I said at the beginning. Every game is affected by weather. Every game is either an absolutely terrible matchup, and the good matchups have shit weather. This sucks. Jamie, I'm sorry, dude. Maybe play Pickens and don't watch. Enjoy the time with your family
I
today.
think Pickens is going to be fine. And I don't even like Pickens. I think Pickens has got to go here pretty much. Just a reminder that Darnold does not have red hair. All right. Hey, y'all. I'm in a semifinals matchup. I have either Dak, Danny Dimes, or Minshew. I'm going against Burrow, so I'm going to make this start right.
My light's green back here, right? Like, is that all right?
I'm gonna go Dak Prescott in this one. I think that he's gonna have to throw a lot.
Yeah, guys, can we not get super cute here with the quarterbacks? Right? I know Dallas has been like an absolute dumpster fire all around, but Dak has still come through. Like, let's not get hella mega cute. Like, I know we all love Minshew, but Minshew isn't Hurts. Okay, like it's not. We're getting too cute with some of these, in my opinion. Like that, the Dallas Cowboys are still what, the number 1 or number 2 offense in the NFL. Just ride, man. Just ride. Even in a bad game, Dak comes through. So hopefully you can just have a not shitty game finally.
Do you have a different take on that one, Steven? Or do you want to move on to this?
No, I mean, it just makes sense to throw Dak in there. I mean, I don't like it, but it just makes the most sense to throw Dak in there. The only other person I would consider is Danny Dimes, but you might as well just start Dak. He's been playing for you all season.
All right, Okonkwo or Njoku full PPR. I love Okonkwo. I've been calling him out all year. Like he was my favorite tight end from the draft. I love Okonkwo.
Are you okay with Malik Willis?
I was just about to say, but this week I can't play him. Like Malik Willis won't attempt enough passes. I think Malik Willis has been under center. I think Okonkwo's seen like 6 targets with 3 receptions. He's gotten a ton of yards on it because they designed plays up for him where he ends up just blowing up, but it's just not enough volume. And Njoku's in there. Marcus May is out, the safety who will see the downfield coverage or would have seen downfield coverage on Njoku. Njoku gets to go against a backup safety. I'll take Njoku in this one. It's just go with the safer play. Anybody else? Bueller?
I'm going to play Njoku because I don't want to play anyone surrounding Malik Willis.
Yeah, if it was Tannehill, I would choose the other way. But
pour one out. Yeah. Pour one out for Treylon Burks too.
Yeah, that sucks. All right, BTD. This is a good question. Does he keep riding the hot hand to McKinnon or plug Waddle in the flex? McKinnon has another great matchup.
I'm not benching Jet McKinnon. No, sir.
No.
He can do everything. He can do everything Waddle can at this point. I'm not benching McKinnon.
For DFS, I actually love Pacheco, but I'm not doing that for season-long leagues. I'm playing McKinnon everywhere that I have him.
Yeah, you have to. You just have to. Waddle is just very too inconsistent. Even though I love him.
Just a reminder that Sam Darnold's not a redhead again.
All right. He is. You guys are all nuts.
This is now 4-1, Thomas.
I'm staring at the GIF right here. That's not blonde.
All right, who to flex? Full PPR, Montgomery, Pacheco, or Christian Watson. I love Pacheco this week. I actually like Watson as well, but Pacheco is going to be a guy that's going to have the yards. Like every discounts fact that he still had 86 yards rushing last week. And in the area that they're going to attack this week, it's going to be on the ground in the center up against a very porous run defense. Dude, I like Pacheco a lot this week. What do you guys say?
Christian Watson.
I still like Watson, though. I do like Watson. I'm not going to lie. Like, I think that's still a great matchup.
He did like 4 catches for 50 yards, as much as Pacheco did. I don't know if Pacheco's going to – he would have to get a touchdown this week. And if he doesn't get a touchdown because of Jared McKinnon's love for touchdowns now.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to say Christian Watson this season long. I think I'm thinking too much DFS like type mentality.
It's good DFS play, absolutely.
Yeah, because you're leveraging the field. And like I got so attached to him in my DFS studies. I had 2 DFS shows yesterday, and I've been getting locked in on Pacheco like for DFS. So, but for Christian Watson up against Miami in that secondary, it should be somewhat of a high scoring game. I like Christian Watson. I do.
Also, like the thing with Pacheco is he's fun to watch and stuff, but Jet McKinnon's getting the high quality touches, and that just it limits Pacheco for me. So in that case, I just rather play Montgomery over Pacheco because Monty's going to catch some passes, whether we want him to do well or not. Chase, he's going to catch some passes, so that puts him above. But I'm going to play Christian Watson over Montgomery for touchdown opportunity. and let it ride, which seems weird after what Monty did last week and the last couple of years where Monty's won people titles. I'm gonna play Christian Watson this week and hope. Although the splits between Watson with Dobbs in and Dobbs out is interesting, so we'll see if Watson can really hog those targets.
No.
All right. We have Hurts replacement. Goff, Cousins, Brady, Minshew, or Purdy.
Oh my God, the last two shouldn't be in the conversation.
Which two?
Minshew or Purdy over these three? No shot. But
I would take Purdy. I would take Purdy over Brady.
You could argue that, I guess. Yeah.
It hasn't been good. Like Brady hasn't been good. Like why would you want to roll out Brady? Thomas acting like this is an obvious pick. I don't get it.
Because
Thomas,
I just think that we're really hoping that Purdy continues to throw a touchdown on every 100 some attempts, and that's not going to happen. It's not. Regression is going to hit, and Brady's been bad. 29 points, 17 points, 26 points, 26 points, 23 points, 22 points, 24 points. Enough with that. Enough. So, no. But to answer the actual question, man, Jared Goff away from home, I don't like. So we're gonna yeet that.
really?
Yeah. No, he is what he is. Like he is what we thought he was. I'm gonna play Kirk Cousins in this case. He's playing the Giants. He's at home, right? It's indoors. It's in a dome. 48 point implied point total. I'm gonna play Cousins here. But Brady would be my second pick.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, Tom. I think I'd rather go Cousins and then just, if not, go Brady.
Yeah, I think Cousins is going to get his work in, but I'll take Goff after Cousins. All right, let's take. Oh, this is he said not great bench options for the first question. Bench is loaded with backup running backs. It's got to be, which is the way you should approach fantasy. By the way, this is just a very unlucky week for you to have Hollywood Brown and Jahan Dotson. That's just unlucky. All right, we are about to get out of here. I see that we do have a few more questions in the chat, but I want to let everybody know that we are going to get out of here in about 6 minutes. So if you guys have any more questions for us, get them in the chat now before we get out of here. Good luck to everybody in their fantasy weeks. All right. Let's see. I forgot to. Oh, wait. I guess there it is. Waller or Goddard. This is interesting. Two guys that have missed the game for injury. I think that they're going to keep the ball close line of scrimmage. I think that Minshew will pass enough to keep Goddard relevant. I'm going to go Goddard over Waller up against Pittsburgh. Goddard up against Dallas. He saw 6 targets last time they played.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll go with Goddard.
Waller's day was saved by that touchdown on that phenomenal play, by the way. But
I'll go Goddard.
All right, we have forgot to add this. Mark Andrews. Wait, I forgot to add this. Mark Andrews has been abysmal lately. Should I roll him or picking Njoku to put in?
You play Andrews.
I'm still playing Andrews.
Yeah, 100%. With Tyler Huntley at quarterback, I'm still, regardless of what happened.
It's still been bad, but you still play Mark Andrews, right? Like you go from like guy who we've seen be good with said backup or team we have yet to see be good, period, on offense. I mean, Njoku was fine, but again, it's going to come down to touchdowns and matchups and weather. And
Andrews has tough matchups for tight ends over the last few weeks too, so it's not great excuse, but he has had tougher matchups. I
don't think he scored a touchdown since week 7, so there's regression potentially coming. I'm just going to play Mark Andrews.
Positive regression?
Yes.
All right. Love it, man. Hey, if you guys are watching over there on Facebook, make sure you guys go check out the Facebook group, Fantasy Football Discussion, and the page itself, Fantasy Football Discussion, if you're just following in the group. Also, big shout out to everybody that brought the questions in the chat this week. Go check us out over there on youtube.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. youtube.com/fantasy intervention. Once again, that's youtube.com/fantasy intervention. And if you are getting a trophy because you're a champion, because you listened to our advice throughout this entire season, be sure to go check out trophysmack.com. Use promo code CIRCLE at checkout, and you will get a free championship ring along with the purchase of a trophy or a belt. That can be a custom belt, custom trophy, and a custom ring. Trophysmack.com. Use promo code CIRCLE. All right. Tight end, Freiermuth or toss in Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill has an interesting matchup this week because this is like the perfect game for Taysom Hill, where they're going to need to run the ball. They're going to need to get creative with their offense. Pat Freiermuth, meanwhile, I don't think he's done anything lately, right? Like, am I mistaken on that? Because I've had him in a few leagues, and I feel like he hasn't done anything for me.
He has put up, I mean, prior to the game that he had, literally did nothing. He had 10, 9, 5,
Oh, that's
11.
right. That's what it was. That's why I hate him right now, is because he got me nothing in one of my leagues that I was in the playoffs in. That's right. I remember.
If Corey, you need like an upside play this week, someone like you're down or something, you need someone to just like step up. I just throw Taysom Hill in and hope for the best at that point because it makes sense. Chase said it's a good matchup for him overall. I mean, Freiermuth might get you 10, he might get you 5. I mean, Taysom Hill could get you 25. So it just depends on what you need.
Yep, I agree with that. I think that's actually a great take on that. Thomas?
I'm playing Pat Freiermuth just because Kenny Pickett's back.
Okay.
He won't goose you again. Do not be too upset over the goose from last week, right? Situation happened, it came down, but if you survived it, congratulations. Play him again. He's still the tight end 6 on the year. So
all right, neither RB2, Najee Harris or Zeke. I'm going Najee Harris.
I'll play Najee here.
Najee Harris.
Sweet. All right, Miles Sanders or
Raiders.
J.K. Dobbins. This is the best question I think of the entire day. This is where I'm tilting really hard. I am probably going to end up going Miles Sanders over J.K. Dobbins by a slight hair, but I think it's very, very close. I think that Miles Sanders is going to see the volume this week. I think he's going to explode. Meanwhile, Gardner Minshew loves to check down to the running back. Miles Sanders hasn't seen targets all year, but it's not because he hasn't been running the routes. He's been out there. It's just Jalen Hurts doesn't pass the running back because he can run. So I think the Miles Sanders will see quite a few more receptions this week, and that's the difference maker for me with Miles Sanders and J.K. Dobbins.
I like it. I'll lean Sanders on this too.
I don't like it. I'll play Miles Sanders just because the implied point total is higher. So there you go. Same player, same archetype. I'll play the higher implied point total.
Good luck, everybody, of course, from
That's
Kyle
my tiebreaker.
and from BTD Reacts. And then last question of the day, it looks like. What are we doing, Mixon or Mostert full PPR? Steven, start with you.
Mostert.
Really?
The New England's front 7 is tough, and Mixon is just, I don't know, I really can't trust Mixon. He's just not have been running well since he's been back. I'd rather go Mostert here.
Thomas?
I'll still play Mixon.
I'm going to go Mostert, I think, on this one. Every time that I don't think that Mixon is going to go out, like I don't even pay any mind to him, he ends up having a massive, massive day. So watch this be the week. But I think I'm going to go Mostert in this one. The injury report come out for this is Jeff Wilson playing.
Let me go and find out.
That's a later game.
It's a Sunday game, so we won't find out today.
Yeah.
Oh, good call.
Christmas Day.
But even still, I mean, I'm still going to play Mixon in this game. I still am. Mostert needs, for Mostert to ever be like really good, he needs everything to go right. I mean, Mixon can PPR his way to success for you. I'm going to play Mixon. I know Mixon hasn't been good and he's been inefficient and blah, 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 blah. But he still can be useful. I mean, I wish Samaje Perine would just go to Mars already, but he can still PPR his way to being useful on a good offense. Better offense, really.
Sounds good to me. All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Happy holidays to everybody. Once again, go check out TrophySmack.com. Use promo code CIRCLE to get a free championship belt. A free ring with the purchase of a championship belt or a trophy. If you guys want to go check us out, go over there on Twitter at @FF_intervention. For myself, at Thomas Tipple FF over there on Twitter, and at Coach Stephen P. Stephen with a V. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all for letting us intervene with your fantasy football life. We're out.